We will deal with you and you're not above the law because you and your family has been troubling the country since independence. That was the last statement, or rather, allow me to call it a threat, that Rigathi issued on Raila Odinga when he was meeting a section of leaders from Trans Nzoia. And within a span of 2 months, there have been that consistent threat that, okay, it is time to neutralize Raila Amolo Odinga. Welcome to the Bold Analysis. My name is Kevin Oduor. Now, when this was said yesterday, I did not pay a lot of attention to it because I was actually waiting for the response of Raila Odinga, and I was waiting to see how that will play out. But then that statement came yesterday here.
Huyo mzee ni sisi na yeye. Huyo mzee amesumbua Kenya for the last 60 years wakiwa na baba yake. Wakati ya kumalizana na hiyo mtu ni wakati huu. Na ataenda akiedanga. Kwa hivyo nyinyi msijali, sisi tufanya kazi na nyinyi muendelee na kazi. Hapo kabla sisi tuingie wakati ya serikali ya handshake, bolea ilikuwa shilingi 7,000. Huyu rais wetu amekuja kwa sababu yeye pia ni mkulima, amesikiza wakulima, amejua ya kwamba njia ya kuinua kilimo ni kuwasaidia wakulima. Amefanya mipango kababe, na tukiongea mambo ya fertilizer inaendelea, na tumemuomba huyu gavana na magavana wengine wajaribu kusaidia ile last mile, waweke sub depots and mini depots katika kila sub county, ndio bolea ikuwe karibu na wakulima. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba nyinyi you take advantage of that program so that tupate mazao mazuri. Wakulima ambaye wameweka mahindi,
allow me to say that there seems to be a strategy that is being employed where you see leaders from one region coming out to say we denounce mass action, or rather being whipped to give that statement. And I look at that strategy as, according to me, ineffective, because I don't think Raila has a deficit of people who can come out to attend such a mass action when it is called. So this trend of, bringing leaders in State House, then while at that event, you try to tell them that, look here, you don't go for Mandamano or don't go for that mass action. I'm like, you cannot talk out everyone. And of course, the few people that you talk to are the few people that are seated in a tent, and majority of them have gone there to look for jobs. And they want to please you. They must say what you want to hear. Now, I heard about these threats because today, Raila Odinga issued a very lethal response, and he's not mincing his words that even if it means taking my life, I'm ready to take the bullet. Now, that, according to me, arouses the masses. But for those who did not get to hear that, I want you to get that here.
Bwana Gachagua anasema ati Raila na baba yake wamekuwa kuwasumbua wa Kenya. Yeye alikuwa wapi? Yeye alishtakiwa na wizi ya chakula ya msaada kwa watu wa Laikipia. Yeye hastahili simama mahali popote kusema yeye ni naibu wa rais wa taifa ya Kenya. Aibu kubwa. Aibu kubwa. Hivyo Bwana Gachagua, mimi sirika yako. Hello. Anasema ati yeye atamaliza mambo yangu. Anasema mambo yangu. Maliza mambo yangu, akinipiga risasi au dunga mimi kisu, lakini Raila Odinga's spirit will continue to live on. Hello? You can assassinate Raila Odinga physically, but you can never assassinate his ideas and the cause for which he stands.
I normally have one challenge, and I think I kept on repeating this, that sometimes when leaders speak, when we speak, we should actually know that who are we speaking to. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I want you to compare the two, what Raila is saying and what Rigathi is saying. Of course, Raila and Rigathi are not in the same. I agree that Raila knows Rigathi's class. Truth be said, Raila and Rigathi are not in one sentence. Now, when Raila is saying, I am ready to take the bullet, he is actually telling the supporters there that you need to be brave, because I am willing and ready to lead from the front. That is the message. And whether it's, if someone can say, and you know, if Raila is saying I'm willing to take the bullet, what do the supporters say? What will the supporters say? Or what is the interpretation? That even me, I should be willing to take the ultimate price, to pay the ultimate price. Now, the the challenge, or rather a mistake that I have seen the Kenya Kwanza team are doing here is, they seems to be responding to Raila. In fact, in those people, and sometimes speeches were written, scripted, so that people don't get into half. But I know, you know, there are people who are interested. There is enthusiasm, there is some excitement responding, saying what Raila, talking about Raila, because that has been their currency of politics for currency in their politics. So, when you tell the president that maybe you're going to deal with you, when you tell the public they're going to deal with you, the assumption they make is that you're talking to Raila. No. In fact, Raila can decode the information, he can understand, he knows very well he is not, you are making your own statement. But you need to ask yourself, what do supporters say? Or what are you telling Raila supporters? You know, that is the point here. The issue of controlling is not about Raila. The issue here is, what are you telling Raila supporters? Because Raila is not me, and Raila is not you. Raila is Raila. So there are also people and millions of supporters. So if you are telling them we want to deal with it, man, what are you telling the supporters? You need to think. You seem to be saying, look here, I am telling, you seem to be telling them you want to confront. Number one. Number two, you seem to be telling the masses that come out and defend Raila. This matter is about the people. So if you're saying that you want to deal with Raila Odinga, what are supporters supposed to take? How should they decode? Is that because Raila is our leader and now Rigathi wants to deal with Raila, we should come out and defend Raila? Look at it. So messaging around, according to me, does not. And again, you realize that you seem to be playing into a trap. The emotional aspect that is here. We are sending wrong signals. Wrong signals. The stories of death, that I am willing to die for the ultimate price, is actually one that is arousing emotions. One is even creating the fear. Because look here, you ordered a public, say there's a public holiday, and of course constitutionally it doesn't have that power. But then, wewe umesema unataka kudili na yeye, naye akasema mimi hata kama mtaka kuniua mniue. Tell me. So those who are saying that nyinyi endeni tu kazi, nothing will happen, when someone hears that, will someone even open that business? You are already creating that fear, because yourself, you've created a ground for it. There are many things that Raila is saying, and then instead of picking one, and just responding objectively, you say, I'm going to deal with you. And you cannot, and even if you have to deal, even if you have to arrest Raila, surely, can you arrest all those supporters? Even if you have to kill, you can't kill everyone. See, that's the reality. So the death stories, even to the security officers who are supposed to protect the protesters, what are you telling them? That you need to deal with. So the messaging going is already disorienting what the population are expecting. The masses could be expecting peaceful protest. But if you're saying you want to deal with so and so, individualistic profiling, to me, is a wrong footing. Now, the whole mask action seems to be put as of Raila Odinga, in the head of Raila. But then, listen to what Martha Karua is saying, that this thing, the whole point is not about Raila, it's about you. So I wish you stop talking about, and you deviate a bit from the Odinga issue, and then talk about what the really masses want to hear. Because, and I've been saying, I saw Outa, I saw Gumbo, governor to be, I saw Kidero. I think those are three. Yes, they got CS jobs in Duda's government. So, but at the same time, you are profiling. When you say Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, their names, when you say him and his father, they're names that are household brands, they're names that people relate with. Just like in Mount Kenya, they relate with Jomo Kenyatta family. In Rift Valley, it was Moi family before it was dethroned. In Nyanza, it was Odinga family. So Odinga family is still a household name in Nyanza, not now globally, but then in Nyanza, or rather nationally, but then in Nyanza, it's still a very strong name. I can tell you. For our elders, there are these posh Luos who have went to school and are speaking big English, and they can pretend as if they're civilized and that. But then the reality is they're just some 5% people around in Nairobi here. But when you go to the village Huko, when you talk of Odinga, you are actually profiling a whole community. Hiyo ndio kweli. You're profiling a whole community. So as much as you want to make a narrative, and I think that line is tired. That line is tired. The line of sijui aliangusha serikali ya nani, sijui akafanya nini. You can't say the whole thing for 10 years. Someone should tell these Rigathi Gachagua and the Kikuyu leaders that you can't use one line for all those years. That line is now tired. Get another line. Get another line. A very, very, very shallow thinking. Look here, Raila has been doing this over time to get handshakes, and now people have gone to the history books of the handshakes with Moi, that of 2007, and then that one with Uhuru Kenyatta. And surely, a very learned friend, someone who called himself a honorable member, cannot see that 2007 handshake was a ceasefire. But we just want to bury our heads in the sand and talk about handshake here and there. At the end of the day, the handshake between Raila Odinga and KANU by Moi had a bearing on the KANU, on the coalition, the Rainbow Coalition. At the same time, in 2017, the handshake was a ceasefire. So we need to be very realistic in some of these things. As much as we are using very tired lines that even at common supporters, just the same as that propaganda tool by Dennis Itumbi.